overall like retail sales and everything like that aren't coming in as hot as expected, and that there's going to be
Aren't or are?
aren't, and that there's going to be a lot of
Oh shit.
evidence for the Bank of Canada to continue with the rate cuts.
Hey, did you hear? This is pretty nuts, man. The US like revised their employment numbers or unemployment numbers, and they were off by a considerable amount of people. TK, did you hear about this?
They were like, "Oh yeah, all those people. We didn't know
Oops.
that they were working."
Million, like a million people. I think it's 818,000 what they reported, but other sources are saying that's obviously not true, and
But in
it's
the
way
grand scheme of
more.
things, that's a small number compared to their population. Like we've had some miscalculations
It's a
as well:
big
immigration,
mistake.
employment,
Yeah.
GDP. Like
Man,
all the
bunch
time,
of
those numbers
fuck
get
ups.
revised afterwards.
How do we
They're so
let these
excited to
idiots
release it.
run the country? It's
They're so
crazy.
they're so excited to release those figures, right? And now the storylines out today were like the overall like retail sales and everything like that aren't coming in as hot as expected, and that there's going to be
Aren't or are?
aren't, and that there's going to be a lot of
No shit.
evidence for the Bank of Canada to continue with the rate cuts. You
What
know,
are people spending their money on though? Because it seems like
car
everybody's out and
dealerships are
about.
down like 2.5%, something like that. Like there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now as far as sales. And this is what it is. We've been talking about this forever. Like, I mean, they
McDonald's.
start lowering the interest rates when things get bad. So we're
Yeah.
just like things were good for like a long time. Now they're bad, and that they're going to continue to get worse. For how long? We don't know.
So,
You
but
know,
depending on your perspective, it's like, when did bad start, right? Is it bad now? Did now it just all of a sudden it's like, oh boy, like this is so bad
I
now we have to
I feel
cut?
that way. I feel that way.
Just all of a sudden.
I feel like there was very few people who were caught up in the storm of the market hikes, the interest rate hikes, the market drops, the interest rate hikes, all the things that happened during those past 2 years. I think that's a percentage wise, it's a lot less people than the overall population. Now I believe like the overall population is affected a lot more
Now.
because of those. Yeah, of course. That's why we're starting to see the sales numbers come down. Like when you start, if everyone keeps spending, like we've been talking about it forever. Why is everyone still at the mall? Why is everyone still going here? Why does everyone still have all this money? What's going on? We're talking about interest rates, but it was just a small fraction of people who were affected, right? Half the people had fixed rates, so they weren't affected at all. The
Mhm.
other half of the people, there was a ton of people who were on static payment variable rates. So even though their interest and the payment and their amortizations and all the stuff was way out of whack, their payments didn't change. It's only
Right.
the Scotiabank product people who's had the flexible payment variable rate. Those are the only people who actually said, "Well, my payment is now $2,000 more a month, and I've been paying that since the rate started going up." So there's very few people that we could honestly say were impacted immediately.
So what about this renewal crisis that's on the horizon? Are
it's
they going to
it's it's
drop
it's
rates?
it's no, it's just coming out. It's just slowly. Each day more and more people are having to renew. I'm doing a mortgage right now. I'm doing a refinance on a rental, and you got to go. You got to jump through the hoops. You got to get things done. You got to look what the rates are, and you got to do all the things that you got to do to make it make sense. You know, so
What kind of
people are going to
things
do
do you have
that.
to do? Yeah.
You
Like why?
provide them all
Because you
their
can't get the
information, you
valuation?
provide them the income, you provide them rents, you provide them leases. Then they want to look at other properties. They want to know every detail they can. And then when the time comes, they'll look at it and say, we want to give you a mortgage or not. And if they do, then they do an appraisal.
How is the rental market right now? I'm getting mixed signals because there's so many empty condos out there
Yeah.
for rent, and
I have a tenant client right now,
a
which is
tenant
rare for me. Yeah.
client. What does
Yeah.
this mean? You're looking for a rental for them?
Yeah. My little sister wants to rent a condo
Oh,
with her
okay, yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah, yeah,
So I said, I'll take them out.
yeah.
So
Budget.
uh, I'll do my only rental this year. And
They're
they're
looking
looking
for
at about
2,500
3,000
for.
bucks a month
Oh, that's a healthy budget to
downtown,
get
like
nothing. Yeah.
waterfront, like, prime locations, 1+10, 2 bathroom, maybe. We looked at
There's
some places. They're pretty decent. Some were sitting on the market a little while. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's a 1+10. So, but if you get a couple who's making good money, her boyfriend's making good money, she's okay. But
You can't really get anything good for 3,000 bucks a
no,
month.
the 1+10, they were fantastic. They were like 26, 27, 2,800. It was they were nice units, perfect for them.
How
Now,
big?
but
How big?
no place. So let's just do that. So out of the 8 places that I booked, nobody's received an offer since I showed it. Some of them were sitting on the market for a little while. So, anecdotally,
How
I
big
don't
was it?
think whatever, 1 + 10, 700 square feet. I don't know. I didn't measure it, but
Do you
like not
understand
like
how big
micro
a
condos.
difference
These were older
6 to
units.
700 is?
Well, that's what the range was. The smallest one in the new building would have been 6 to the older buildings, maybe 7, right?
Hmm.
Would have all the bunch. But, bottom line is when you start seeing those statistics come out on retail sales, on car dealerships, on travel, and all those other things, and people are spending less money, those are the big indicators that will start dictating to us what's everybody's situation at home. Are they really looking for more expenditures, or are they cutting back? That's what it is. And so the rental market, all those things, these are all lagging indicators. Everything that'll happen over time, we'll start to see, fall. And now the fall market will determine, how many people are really buying houses,
So, but
because
what
I can
about,
just tell you from my perspective that there's a bunch of people who are going to be starting to buy again in the fall, and that
so,
some
but
of them are actually waiting for listings, and there's not that many listings in every area.
like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.